Hello and welcome to Mivadni Money Leverage. Today, we are not just talking about wanting more money. We are handing you an actual blueprint to get you an extra $1,000 a month. Let's get right to it.
But seriously, just for a second, think about it. What would an extra grand a month do for you? With the cost of, well, everything going up, that kind of money is a total game changer. It could be breathing room, it could be debt disappearing faster, it could be finally starting that thing you've always dreamed of. That's the target we're aiming for.
So, here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the big question, then lay out two very different paths you can take. We'll explore 3 side hustles for each path, then talk about the one mindset you absolutely need to succeed, and finally, what you should do next.
Okay, let's dive into the core strategy. This isn't just a random list of ideas. It's about making a smart, strategic choice that's right for you.
Basically, you have 2 main options. Path 1 is your fast track. It's all about cashing in on the skills and experience you already have. Path 2 is for those who want to invest a little time up front to learn a brand new skill and ride a new popular wave. As we go, think about which one of these feels like you.
So let's kick things off with Path 1. This is all about hitting the ground running with what you already know.
The most direct route? Just do your day job, but for yourself. Seriously. Companies are always looking for experts they can hire part-time, whether you're in marketing, finance, coding, you name it. So, $180 an hour. How in the world do you get to that number? Well, there's a really simple rule of thumb. Take your hourly rate as an employee and triple it. So if you make $60 an hour at your job, you charge $180 as a freelancer. That covers your own taxes, your expenses, and the value of your expertise. And yes, companies totally expect this.
So, how do you find clients? Well, there are sites specifically for this, but honestly, don't sleep on your own network. A few messages on LinkedIn can work wonders. And here's a pro tip. Offer a free 30-minute strategy call. It's a no-brainer way to prove your value before they even sign a contract. Okay, so moving on from your 9-to-5 skills, what about your passions, your hobbies? Anything you know really well can be turned into a tutoring or teaching gig.
Now, this right here is the absolute secret sauce to making this work. You have to specialize. You're not just a math tutor. No, you are the 8th grade algebra tutor. You're not a guitar teacher. You are the go-to person for adults who want to learn guitar for the first time. See the difference? It makes you the obvious expert. And if your skills are a bit more on the creative side, this one's for you. Wedding photography is such a brilliant hustle because there is constant, high-stakes demand for it.
People are ready to spend good money to capture the most important day of their lives. A typical photographer makes a few $1,000s per wedding. But look at this, $6,000. You get there by specializing. You could become the go-to photographer for LGBTQ weddings, for example. That expertise is worth a premium. And the startup plan is really straightforward. You do need to budget for some pro-level gear. That's step 1. Then, you find a couple of people in your community and offer to shoot their wedding for half price. The goal is just to build an amazing portfolio. Once you have those killer photos, you can post them everywhere and start booking clients at your full rate. All right, let's switch gears. If you get excited about new trends and new tech, Path 2 is going to be your jam. This is for anyone willing to spend a few weeks learning something new and powerful. First up is an opportunity that is just exploding right now, creating AI automations for small businesses. Imagine being the person who sets up an AI chatbot for the local pizza place that takes all their orders automatically. How valuable would that be? It would be very valuable. You could charge your business up to $5,000 a month on a retainer to build and manage these systems. The demand is absolutely massive, and the number of people who can actually do this is still tiny. And get this, you don't even need to know how to code. You could be ready to go in about 6 weeks. Spend a couple of weeks watching YouTube tutorials on custom GPTs. Spend the next 2 weeks learning a simple no-code tool like Zapier. Then use the last 2 weeks to build your first project. It's completely doable. All right, from the techie back-end stuff, let's move to something you've definitely seen on your phone, becoming a TikTok shop affiliate. Basically, you make short videos about products you like, and if someone buys it from your link, you get a commission. The products that work best are things that look good on camera. Makeup, cool gadgets, stuff like that. They're usually pretty affordable, and you get a nice 10 to 25% cut. But the real magic here is the TikTok algorithm. You could have 0 followers, post 1 video, and it could go viral. It gives everyone a shot. And for our last hustle, this one's a bit different. It's not just about making quick cash. It's about building long-term wealth.
I'm talking about becoming a part-time real estate agent. Your income here isn't about hours worked, it's about relationships and closing big deals.
Just look at the math on a single average home sale. Let's say the total commission is $12,000. Your brokerage takes a cut, of course, but you could still walk away with $8,000. $8,000 from one deal. You close just one of those every other month, and you've blown past your $1,000 goal.
Okay, we've gone through 6 pretty powerful ideas, but let's be real for a minute. None of them mean anything without the single most important ingredient, the right mindset.
I want you to let this one really sink in. So many people never even start because they're scared of looking weird or what their friends might say. But that fear isn't going to pay your rent. It's not going to pay down your student loans. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, even if you feel a little clumsy at first.
So with that in mind, let's bring it all home. What are the key things you need to remember as you walk away from this?
Here's what you need to know. You already have valuable skills. Right now, there are clients and businesses out there actively looking for someone just like you. But it all starts with believing that you can do it. And please, allow yourself to start messy. Nobody is an expert on day one.
And so that brings us right back to the beginning, the big question. You've seen the 2 paths, leveraging what you have or learning what's new. Which one is calling your name? Which one will be your first step toward that extra $1,000 a month?
If you got some value out of this blueprint, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. If you know someone who needs to see this, share it with them. And of course, subscribe to Mayavati Money Leverage for more actionable guides just like this. Thanks for watching. Now go choose your path.